My name's Samantha and welcome to my channel. This is The Budget Mum UK. We are doing my new week of cash stuffing. Now, the good news is that my cheque has cleared the £6,500 backlot of wages that has left me absolutely stone broke for the last few months has finally cleared. And yeah, it feels like a big relief. But the ironic thing is, I don't know not what to do with it. I know what to do with it. Of course, it's money. I haven't touched it. And it just feels like it's a bit surreal. I've lived on such this tight line for ages and been panicking for so long. I don't touch it. It doesn't feel like it's... Okay, it is mine. But do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to do this week and I'm going to do it on another really tight budget because... one, I'm used to doing that, and two, I need to sort of get my head around this now and think, look, I've got to learn from that mistake of where I paid myself too much money as a wage and just sort of reevaluate. So I'm going to do this video and then we're going to have a crunch of those numbers and have a sit down, a bit of a projection of things and the way things are going so far for the year, and have a look at what a realistic wage should be for myself, and but make sure it's enough to be able to pay the bills, and look at what I need to be doing going forward to make some more money, which is always nice. It's there in the bank, but I need to keep it in there because there are months where I don't get paid very much money because as a personal tutor or a private tutor, then, you know, there's occasions where there's holidays, massive holidays, and I don't tend to get a lot of students then, and I don't get invited into schools then because they're not open. So I need to have that money there and think of a suitable wage for myself to go forward with that and avoid that situation of if money doesn't get in time and everything else, then what can I do about that? I'm owed money from other sources as well. So I'm outsourced as a private tutor within another school, and it's complex and hard work when it doesn't need to be, which is annoying. Not much I can do about it, but I've got a feeling they've been underpaying me for quite a while. I need to have a proper look at them because things are adding up in some places. I feel like I've been working loads and not getting paid for it. I need to check that out. So yeah, that's what we're up to. We're going to do another tight week budget because I quite don't mind it. And then I'm going to properly look at this money and come up with a new budget thing going forward. And I will share it with you so you can see inside my brain. If you want to see inside my brain, you can see my thoughts, my thunks, and where we're going to go from here. Right, let's get stuck into this plan, see what we've got coming up, see where my money needs to go, and there we go. So, even though my cheque is about to clear for my income, I'm still going to stick with that really tight budget because I did it for that week, which sort of kind of speaks volumes, I suppose, and it was £85 last week. I'm going to do the same again. However, I have got an extra £20 because I did sell something. It was just like an old, well, not old, it's quite, it is relatively in terms of a pram sort of cover thing for the baby, which I don't use anymore. It's for a pram I don't even have anymore. So that was 20 quid. Just going to add that in. So actually it's 105, which I'm really, really pleased about. So just to quickly jump over those numbers again, if you've not been here before, or even if you have. Because I was owed a lot of money, I actually reduced my personal payment this month of £1,300 plus 145 for child benefit that comes in, which is 1,445, and then I worked out my total cost, which is 1,110.25, but then the leftover this time is 334.75, which would leave normally 85 for my spends because I kind of rounded it to the number and I've rounded it up a little bit, plus that extra 20. So I'm going to put that extra 20 into, put down here. Let me just see where I could put that. Actually, I could do with a little bit of a space for extra money coming in. Could go onto there. I'm not sure yet. Let's have a look at this first of all. What I'm going to do is look at my week ahead to see where I need to put extra money. So this is February's calendar for upcoming. It's a friend's birthday, but I know we're not really massively planning anything. Possibly, sounds random, possibly going to go to the gym and go for a swim and pretend we're just a spa day. Incidentally, my brother's bought me a spa day for my birthday, which has to be used by the end of March, and I've provisionally booked it for here. It's an absolute rip-off of a spa dome, so they did tell me they got a deal on it, but normally I'd like to get my mum to come with me, but it's so expensive. Even she's like, yeah, I'm not paying that. It's a lunch and, you know, just one treatment. I think it's something like £80, which I think is a lot of money when you can get really good deals for this, but at least I know I've got that to look forward to. But for one, so it's just normally for what? It's good because if I have been on these things before by myself, I do a lot of, it sounds really daft, but you know, you can clear your mind and I can sort of get my head into the businessy side of things that I want to do, and I get quite creative and make loads of notes. No distractions, just no phone, just a notepad and me, and it's great. So that's my plan for then. And I haven't, other than that, at the top of my head, haven't got any plans. It is half term. Holly's doing, oh gosh, Holly is doing a drama club every day, and it's £5 a day. But she, I need to check her. It's all day. I have got the dentist. That's free. That's fine. And that's here in the morning first thing. And I'm sure it's every day. I'll just put her down for all days. But I think she only has to pay for like 4 days, so I don't know that it's on this day or not. I'm still owed as well. I won a prize September, maybe. I took my mum for a meal, like a set meal menu thing in Manchester. And whilst I was there, I clicked on the Facebook page and it was one of those, you know, comment to like. I think there's only 2 of us commented and I won a set meal for 2 and a bottle of wine. So I'm half wondering whether I might be able to take a friend for her birthday too, because I've just not used it, and I've not got time to get over to Manchester to go and do it mostly. But if Holly's there and Alexander's in nursery, which he will be, I'll see what she fancies, see if she fancies going, utilising that, because I know she's good for freebie with me. So yeah, that's it. So I need to have a look at those things coming up. It's not yet, it's soon. Free day, and mostly I like to try and get a lot of work done in my half term, but that'd just leave this day here from doing these things here. We will see. Might try and get out with Alexander Monday, Tuesday when he's not in nursery, and make the most of that mailing card, basically. So let's see where my cash is going to go. I know what's coming up in March. I've got like 3 birthdays, including Alexander's in March. I made my own invitations on the computer. They were free, sent them out. I've had 1 reply. I've just sent out like 20 so far, which is a bit, I don't know, because you have to give them to the nursery and they don't let you tell your names and things, and they hand them out. So either it's not gone to plan or nobody's coming, which would make for a very cheap birthday. So yeah, I can't be paying the price. Like, you're looking at £10 to £20 a head for a child to go and do a toddler's party. Daddy won't even remember. How controversial. I'm not even buying him a present. Not even buying him a present, not because I'm mean, but because he won't remember it. And he's got family presents and he'll have friend presents. So why would do you know what I mean? Am I really that tight? Am I really awful for doing that? I did the same last year. I did it for Christmas. Apparently got second-hand toys at Christmas. Until they ask for something, I'll really need something. I just feel like it's an extra expenditure, not needed. So there you go, call me the world's tightest mother, whatever. I've learned that lesson. Right, let's have a look where I'm cash stuffing instead of talking about how tight I am. Okay, we are week 6. And we're going to do, let me just check my envelopes actually. Your will of course be empty. Holly spent his front, oh no, it's got 10 in, so I need to put some in hers. Alexander's got a little bit, 35 in there. Petrol is up to 30. Everything's empty. Beauty 20. Groceries is on 10. Okay, let's do then. Do you know what I'm going to try and have? Just like an eating out of my cupboard and my fridge freezer kind of week. And I keep saying I'm going to film these things for you, and I'm sorry I'm so rubbish, but I will try and do that this time if I do it. Just sort of utilising everything that's already in the fridge freezers. Obviously there's certain things I will need to buy fresh, like milk,
even though we don't really drink a lot of milk, because sometimes I can buy those big ones and it just gets wasted. Since Alexander started just going on water all the time, doesn't really drink the milk, so maybe it'll only be a few pounds. Living off £5 for the week, that'd be cool. So let's see. Time for me, let's do 10 just because it's empty. Groceries, I'm gonna leave that 10 in there. Let's make it a challenge. Let's leave that 10 in there and see how it goes. Let's get 10 in petrol, maybe. Beauty. I did all right, didn't I? Eating out's empty. Holly, I'm going to put 20 in. 20, 30, 40, 50. But if I've done that, I need to put 20 in it. That's what I'm like. Can't do one and not the other. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Which leaves... Should have put some in these. Should have been, not be silly. Because I've got that extra 20. But I can put it towards debt. Put it towards it. After this week, I'm going to be absolutely fine. I'm going to be so fine. So I don't know why I'm stressing so much over these little numbers, honestly. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, my gifts. Let's put it in the gifts. So let's spend 70 there. I wasn't going to be putting anything in these gifts ones, but I am going to. So I've got 70 plus, so it's 35 left over. And then we can put, mostly I was putting fivers in these. Oh my goodness, how many of these have you bought this week? This is like been flying out the window. We're all getting ready for Christmas, aren't they? I've sold about maybe 20 of these. It's great. Anyway, I digress in. Let's do... I've still not made my brother's. Oh, and do you know what? I've not made my brother's and he's got a big birthday this time. So I think once I get my money and sorted, I'll just chuck a big chunk into there because I said I'd go house with my other brother on a present. But I feel like I should put some into Alexander's because if I'm having a house party, that's just like a buffet, isn't it, at home? So I can start to do that. I like keeping it as fivers. I like to keep it as fivers, which is very sad. I've got one fiver. I can go in there. I tell you what, one fiver into there. It's not going to get me very far, is it? But then I can put 30 towards debt. Where are we up to with my debt? Put another 30 in there. And then I'm going to put, not rolling over, it's going into gifts. £5 into that. Right, let's do that cash stuffing. Okay, so as always, I've got the cash out. So there should be 105 there because I had the 85 plus the extra 20. So that is 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 105. £85 for my cash plus the 20 from the pram cover thing that I sold. So let's see where that's going. In Eat It Out, we're going to put 10 this week. In Holly Spends, she's going to get 20 because she's got that club that she wants to go and do. Which means, of course, I'm going to put 20 into Alexander's or whatever he might need. I could well use this for his birthday if there's not enough in his birthday envelope. Petrol, we're going to pop 10 in there just so it can accumulate. Time for me is currently empty, so we're going to do a 10 in that. Beauty, it's not getting anything today, don't need anything for a while. Groceries, we're on that challenge, so I'm going to be doing nothing for that one. So keep an eye out for the video if you want to watch me leave off nothing for food apart from the Birmingham bread and milk and whatever's in my pantry, etc. So that's that one. And that means I should have 35 left over, which I do. 5 of this is going to go into Alexander's. Oops. Which means that 30 of this can go towards debt this week.
So there you go, that was it. I hope you thought it was all right, and if you would do the same thing, do you think I should have given myself that extra 1800, not extra 800, that 1800 for the month and fix the rest of the week accordingly? Or I think just because I've just done it and my mindset's there for that smaller amount, I'm sort of sticking with it, because once I've done all these numbers and everything else, I'm hoping, no, I am knowing, I'm going to be able to declare myself debt-free officially. And I keep thinking about doing my story of how I got, where I got up to, and occasionally I do get asked it. And the reason I've not done it, there's a couple of reasons I've not done it. One is because it's quite triggering to relive quite a lot of those things that occurred over many years. And I can already feel myself getting really anxious thinking about it. Stomach's going like that. But maybe it's a judgment thing. Don't want to be judged, maybe. So it's a conversation I need to have with myself. We'll see, I'll think about it. I feel like once I'm debt-free, I'll be able to be in a different situation to go, this is where I was, this is where I am, that's how I got there, and at least I'm out. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Maybe. Okay, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Have yourself an amazing day, and I'll see you really, really soon. Bye.